Take a good, hard look at this image. This isn't a meme from the internet. It's not a scene from a dystopian sci-fi movie. That is an excavator tearing down a wind turbine. Why? To dig up the lignite coal beneath it, the dirtiest energy source known to man. Welcome to Germany in 2026. We used to be the land of engineering giants. Made in Germany was the gold standard. We were the engine of Europe. But today, the world doesn't look at us with admiration anymore. They look at us with horror, like a car crash you can't look away from. We gambled everything on a fairy tale called the energy transition. The plan was simple: kill nuclear, kill coal, and run the world's fourth largest economy on wind and sunshine. The price tag? 500 billion euros. Half a trillion. Let that sink in. For that money, we could have bought enough gold to back our entire currency. And what did we get for that mountain of cash? Did we get a green paradise? No. We got the most expensive electricity on the planet. We got a grid so unstable we have to beg France for their nuclear power just to keep the lights on. Do you see the irony? We shut down our own clean plants only to buy the exact same energy at a premium from our neighbors. Now, put yourself in the shoes of the CEO of BASF or Volkswagen. You look at your power bill in Germany. Then you look at the US, where energy is practically free. Or China, where the state pays the tab. What do? You don't need to be a patriot. You need to be a mathematician, so you pack your bags. This isn't de-industrialization in theory. This is reality. Factories aren't just pausing production. They are vanishing. And with them go the high-paying jobs, the tax revenue, and the wealth. We paid 500 billion euros to commit economic suicide. But the worst part isn't the money, it's the arrogance. We thought we could ignore the laws of physics and economics. We thought ideology was enough to power a steel mill. But physics doesn't negotiate. And the market has no mercy. The world is laughing at us. But for you watching this, it's not a joke. Because this energy madness is just the first domino. When the German engine stalls, the euro collapses. And when the euro breaks, your savings aren't just at risk, they are history. So how did it come to this? Who gave the order to shut down the safest reactors in the world right when we needed them most? In the next part, I'll show you the nuclear betrayal and why this wasn't an accident. It was sabotage, April 15th, 2023. Circle that date in blood red. That wasn't just the day Germany switched off 3 power plants, Isar 2, Emsland and Neckar-Westheim. That was the day Germany turned off its brain. Think about the context. We were in the middle of the worst energy crisis since World War II. We were locked in an economic war with Russia. And what did we do? We took the safest, most efficient and cleanest machines in human history, and we killed them. The rest of the world watched in total disbelief, asking, "Why are you burning your lifeboats while the ship is sinking?" The Green Party told us it was about safety. They said nuclear power was too dangerous. But let's look at the map. If it's so dangerous, why is France building 6 new reactors right on our border? Why are Poland, Finland, China, the US, the UK and Sweden all doubling down on nuclear? Are they all stupid? Or are we the maniac driving the wrong way down the highway? Here is the cold, hard truth. Safety experts confirmed our reactors were fine. They could have run for another decade. They could have powered 10 million homes violently cheap and carbon-free. But the government said no. Not because of science, but because of ideology. It was an execution. They preferred to fire up old, dirty coal plants. They preferred to import expensive fracking gas from across the ocean. They would do anything, burn anything, just to kill the nuclear monster. That is not environmental policy. That is a cult. And now we pay the price. Germany is the only major economy that is shrinking. We destroyed our base load. the steady power that runs factories 24/7. Wind and solar are cute, but they don't work the night shift. Nuclear works the night shift. Without it, we are beggars, dependent on the weather, dependent on neighbors who are laughing all the way to the bank. What happened on April 15th wasn't a mistake. A mistake is a math error. This was sabotage. It was a betrayal of German engineering, a betrayal of your prosperity. And you don't pay for this with a bill in the mail. You pay for it with the death of your industry. When you see BASF building a new plant in China, remember that date. But hold on. You think the nuclear phase-out was the end? No, it was just the trigger. Now that the pillars are gone, the roof is caving in. The rats are leaving the ship. In the next part, we're going to watch the exodus. The giants are fleeing, and they are taking your future with them. Do you know that feeling when you walk up to a beautiful old oak tree? The leaves are green, the bark looks solid, but then you tap on the trunk, and it sounds hollow. Inside, the wood is rotting away. That tree is Germany today. From the outside, the DAX stock index is hitting record highs. The cars still look shiny, but inside the engine room, it's a graveyard. Economists call it de-industrialization. It sounds boring, doesn't it? Just another buzzword. But let me show you what it actually looks like. It looks like BASF, the largest chemical company on planet Earth, the backbone of German industry. Are they building their new $10 billion mega factory in Germany? No. They are building it in Zhanjiang, China. Why? Because energy there costs a fraction of what it costs here. Meanwhile, back home, they are firing workers and shutting down reactors. The heart is stopping. It looks like Miele, the washing machine brand that stood for Made in Germany quality for a century. They are packing up and moving to Poland. Steel, the chainsaw kings, moving to Switzerland. And Volkswagen, the symbol of the German economic miracle. For the first time in 87 years, they're talking about closing factories on German soil. That is not a business decision. That is a historic collapse. Capital is like a shy deer. It goes where it is treated well. In Germany, capital is being hunted. Hunted by bureaucracy, hunted by taxes, and now hunted by electricity prices that defy logic. The politicians in Berlin call this a transformation. Don't believe them. This isn't a transformation. It's an amputation. When these factories leave, they don't come back. Once a chemical plant is dismantled, it is gone forever. The jobs, the engineers, the secret knowledge, it all evaporates. Germany is turning into a giant open-air museum, a theme park for tourists who want to see where cars used to be made. We are becoming a nation of waiters and nursing homes. But here is the scary question. Who is going to pay for it all? Who pays for the welfare state when the profit is being made in Texas and Shanghai? This is the exodus. It's not a future prediction. It is happening right now, second by second. Every day, a mid-sized company decides, not here, anywhere but here. It's a slow death. No explosion, just a quiet whimpering. But the most dangerous part of this exodus isn't just about Germany. It's about the currency in your pocket. Germany was the anchor of the euro. If the German economy sinks, who is going to pay Italy's debts? Who bails out France? Nobody. In the next part, I'll show you why the euro anchor is snapping and why your money is about to lose its last line of defense. Have you ever wondered why a simple doner kebab now costs €8? Why a loaf of bread feels like a luxury item? The politicians have a list of excuses ready. It's Putin. It's greedy corporations. It's broken supply chains. I'm here to tell you, those are lies. The real villain has a name: Greenflation. You need to understand one fundamental rule of economics. Energy is not just part of the economy. Energy is the economy. Energy is inside every steel beam, every bag of fertilizer, every truck delivering food to your store. If you make energy expensive by law, you make being alive expensive. Germany decided to shut down the most efficient energy sources: nuclear, gas, coal. and replace them with the most inefficient ones, wind and solar. This is basic physics. A wind turbine needs tons of steel, concrete, and copper, and it only works when the wind blows. This means we have to pay for two energy systems. One green system to make us feel good, and one backup system to keep us alive. Who pays for this double infrastructure? You do. Every time you flip a switch, every time you buy groceries. Then there is the CO2 tax. They sell it to you as saving the planet, but in reality, it is a tax on existence. Heating your home, driving to work, eating food, it all emits CO2. So it is all taxed. This isn't a transition. This is a robbery in broad daylight. The government is making life artificially expensive to force you to consume less. That is the core of the degrowth ideology. Own less, eat less, freeze more. The inflation we are seeing isn't transitory like the central bank claims. It is structural. It is a feature, not a bug. A dying euro meets artificially expensive energy. That is a toxic cocktail. Your money in the bank is melting not just because they print too much of it. It's melting because the cost of producing anything is skyrocketing. We are heading towards a future where energy is a luxury for the rich. While the average citizen is told to use a washcloth instead of taking a hot shower, I'm not joking. That was actual advice from our government. In this world of greenflation, holding cash is suicide. It's like holding an ice cube in the desert. You need to hold something that stores energy, something that cannot be taxed into oblivion or printed out of thin air. In the next part, I will introduce you to the anti-greenflation asset, the metal that German industry needs to survive, and the only lifeboat left for your savings. Have you ever wondered why a simple doner kebab now costs €8? Why a loaf of bread feels like a luxury item? The politicians have a list of excuses ready. It's Putin. It's greedy corporations. It's broken supply chains. I'm here to tell you, those are lies. The real villain has a name: Greenflation. You need to understand one fundamental rule of economics. Energy is not just part of the economy. Energy is the economy. Energy is inside every steel beam, every bag of fertilizer, every truck delivering food to your store. If you make energy expensive by law, you make being alive expensive. Germany decided to shut down the most efficient energy sources, nuclear, gas, coal, and replace them with the most inefficient ones, wind and solar. This is basic physics. A wind turbine needs tons of steel, concrete, and copper, and it only works when the wind blows. This means we have to pay for two energy systems. One green system to make us feel good, and one backup system to keep us alive. Who pays for this double infrastructure? You do. Every time you flip a switch, every time you buy groceries. Then there's the CO2 tax. They sell it to you as saving the planet, but in reality it is a tax on existence. Heating your home, driving to work, eating food, it all emits CO2. So it is all taxed. This isn't a transition. This is a robbery in broad daylight. The government is making life artificially expensive to force you to consume less. That is the core of the degrowth ideology. Own less, eat less, freeze more. The inflation we are seeing isn't transitory like the central bank claims. It is structural. It is a feature, not a bug. A dying euro meets artificially expensive energy. That is a toxic cocktail. Your money in the bank is melting not just because they print too much of it, it's melting because the cost of producing anything is skyrocketing. We are heading towards a future where energy is a luxury for the rich, while the average citizen is told to use a washcloth instead of taking a hot shower. I'm not joking. That was actual advice from our government. In this world of greenflation, holding cash is suicide. It's like holding an ice cube in the desert. You need to hold something that stores energy, something that cannot be taxed into oblivion or printed out of thin air. In the next part, I will introduce you to the anti-greenflation asset, the metal that German industry needs to survive, and the only lifeboat left for your savings. Germany has backed itself into a corner. They can't go back to nuclear, politically impossible. They can't go back to cheap Russian gas. Those pipes are gone. So there is only one way out. Double down. More windmills, more electric cars, more solar panels. The government calls it ambitious targets. I call it panic mode. But there is a physical problem that no one in Berlin talks about. You cannot build green energy out of hopes and dreams. You build it out of metals, copper, lithium, and the most critical one of all, silver. Silver is the most strategic metal of the 21st century. Why? Because it is the best conductor of electricity in the known universe. Without silver, every solar panel in Germany is just a useless sheet of glass. Without silver, not a single Mercedes or Volkswagen EV moves an inch. Every electric car contains up to 2 ounces of silver. Every advanced missile needs 15 kilos of it. German industry is hungry, starving actually. But look at the supply. The mines are drying up. For 10 years straight, the world has consumed more silver than it dug out of the ground. We have been eating our emergency rations, and now the pantry is empty. Do you see the paradox? Germany wants to save the planet with solar. China wants to dominate the planet with solar. India just wants to turn the lights on with solar. Everyone is rushing for the same exit door at the same time. And the silver market is tiny. It is so small that if just 1% of Germans bought silver with their savings, the entire global supply would vanish overnight. Gone. We are heading for a historic squeeze, not a price hike, a price explosion. The industry has to buy. They have no choice. Volkswagen cannot say, "Oh, silver is too expensive. Let's build cars without electronics." No, they will pay any price. And that is your opportunity. While politicians destroy your paper money with inflation, while energy bills eat your paycheck, there is one asset that the industry must have to survive. It is undervalued, it is irreplaceable, and it is running out. Silver isn't just jewelry for your grandmother. It is the lifeblood of the modern economy, and Germany is bleeding dry. In the final part, I will show you the exit strategy, how to position yourself before the panic starts, and why waiting for the government to save you is a fatal mistake. We have the diagnosis. Patient Germany is in the ICU. The organs, the heavy industry are failing. The blood, the energy is too expensive to pump. And the heart, the euro, is beating slower every day. The government will try to treat the symptoms. They will announce subsidies and price caps. But let's be honest, that just means taking tax money from your left pocket to give you a discount in your right pocket. That's not a solution. That's a magic trick. They will print money to plug the holes. But we already know where that leads. Greenflation. So, what is your strategy? How do you protect your family and your life's work from this 500 billion euro disaster? The answer is radically simple. Leave the system before the system leaves you. First, eliminate counterparty risk. If your money is in the bank, it belongs to the bank. If the bank fails, you are just a creditor waiting in line. In a world where banks are shaking, ownership is better than promises. Physical gold and silver have no counterparty risk. They cannot go bankrupt. They don't need electricity. They don't need the internet. Second, bet on scarcity. Remember the image of the excavator tearing down the wind turbine? Physics doesn't lie. The world needs raw materials. Whether the future is green, brown, or black, it needs metals. Silver is the only asset that is both money and technology. It is your insurance against the euro crash and your bet on the industrial panic. Third, do not wait. This is the most critical point. Most people wait until they see it on the evening news. Oh, Volkswagen is closing the factory? Maybe I should buy some gold now. Too late. When the herd runs, the door is already shut. Smart money moves before the crisis is obvious. You buy fire insurance before the house is burning. Because once the roof is on fire, nobody will sell you a fire extinguisher. Germany used to be an economic miracle. Now it is a warning to the world. Don't let them drag you down with the ship. The politicians have chosen their ideology, but you still have a choice. Choose freedom, choose physical assets, and above all, act now. This was the autopsy of a $500 billion mistake. Thanks for watching. If you want to understand why France is winning this war while we lose, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the safe side.